What's up, y'all? Well, today is the big day. Got the mother frickin' long tube headers and Y pipe, catless Y pipe. Got me some gaskets, some band clamps, O2 sensor extensions. So today's a good day, considering I just pulled a 12-hour shift from work and I am dead tired. So here's the progress of my little project here on Old Mullet. I'll show you. What I'm going to do is I'm doing an AIR, well, an air and EGR delete as well. I've already taken a lot of the air stuff out. So I'm going to take the old headers and the Y pipe with the cats on it because it's got the stock Y pipe and catalytic converters still on the car, but it's got some aftermarket shorty headers on it. So I'm going to take that off. But look at the quality of these. Now, I got these off Speed Daddy on eBay. Literally, the only thing that I do not like about these is how they basically just tacked the outside of here. But when you look in here, they're welded really good. They're welded, they're ground down. I mean, they're pretty soft. And all the other welds are really flawless too. I like the result a lot. Little bungs there. Now for the Y pipe. This long weld right here, that's a very, very good weld as well. I really like that. I think these look really good for the price. Now guess what I got those for? Now they came with these crappy gaskets, bolts, and those crap ass clamps. But for that kit, I only paid $250 for, with free shipping for my LT1 Camaro. Now, we'll see how fitment goes and how everything goes whenever I get my ass up in there. And I'm trying to put them in there. What's up, y'all? Well, I'm a few hours into this project, and I gotta say, it's giving me a lot of trouble. So down here, I've had to cut a few bolts. I've had to heat things up. I've had to break them off. All kinds of shit. Oh, well, I got this right here. Finally broke loose. I had to break the bolts for that right there. I got a couple of these bolts. Got a couple of these bolts out. This other bolt's fucking stripped. I can't get to it. I got 4 of this side of the header bolts undone. Can't get to a couple of them. I've started on that side. I got that bracket on. I got pretty much all of the air shit out. I even took the boot off of the steering down there off so I could have some space. I got a couple bolts there done. One there, and I got them over there still to do. But I'll come back with you with an update once I actually have something done. Peace. Alright, so update. Today's the next day. Last night, I was able to get this piece of the Y pipe off. And one cat. I'll show you where I cut it. This is one of the O2 sensors I took off. Apparently this car has 4 O2 sensors, 2 before the cat, 2 after the cat. I've done PB blasted them up. Here's where I cut. I was able to undo that one, but I cut that there, cut back there. I'm getting ready to do the bolts up there. Don't know if you can see them. Oh, there's one. Anyways, there's 3 of them. And they don't look too bad. I think I'll be able to get them. But this one over here, I've gotten 2 undone. Focus. But the one over here on the other side is stripped. I cannot get it. Hey, what's up, my freaking homies? Well, I'm having a lot of freaking troubles. I have only one goddamn bolt that's keeping me from getting these headers out. As you can see, they are all out. I've already taken 3 of my plugs out too, which are right here. Check this out. Ain't that a sight? Look at that one. That's rough. I'd be able to pull the whole catalytic converter and the headers out if my steering column wasn't in the way. And I'm not going to take all that out. Because for one, I probably wouldn't be able to get it back in. It's a little bit past my expertise. That bolt there may not really look like it, but it's stripped to hell. The other side of it, literally just stripped out. What's up, guys? Well, it's the next morning again. Upon further struggle into this project, I found a long lost thread on the net about needing to undo the knuckle in the steering column, which I had already figured that out. And I need to loosen my tensioner, take the serpentine belt off and the alternator, so that way I can get those headers out and also put the new ones in. I'm going to take the starter out too. But this header here I have completely done. It's just hanging there, but that one bolt's still stuck in the converter. And I just have it hang. I got a jack under it supporting it right now, jack stand. One nut stuck in there, so I can't pull it out from the bottom because of that steering knuckle in the steering column. Once I undo that, I should be able to drop that out from the bottom, put my new plugs in, clean everything up in there, make sure it's all good, and put the new headers up in there. I have the spark plugs numbered too. Make sure you do that. And if you're doing this project for anybody in the future, make sure that you go ahead and do those things first before even getting started. You'll have way more room. Besides, the alternator has a bracket that bolts up to the first nut of the headers anyways. So I'm going to have to take this alternator out. In order to do that, you're going to need to lighten up this tensioner right here, so that way you can get the whole belt off. I got the starter is down over here, you can see right there, and the steering knuckle up in there. I'm learning as I go, you know, that's just all there is to it. I learn as I go. I know if I can take something off, I can put some bitch back on there. Well, got this starter out. Look how dirty it is. Something's leaking, and I'm really hoping it's just my valve cover gasket. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm hoping to have the passenger side new plugs put in and EGR valve blocked off, and hopefully the new header's in on the passenger side today. For the driver's side, steering knuckle down there, I need to get it undone. Alright, so check this out. I don't know if I've showed you or not. Oh, here's my dipstick. I had to bend it and take it out to bend it. I had to bend it to take it out. There's no worry, I'll get it back in there. Look at this. Hell yeah, brother. Burning the fuck up. It's all the way
What's
back.
up, y'all? This is update number 7 or 8 or 10 or 20 or something like that. Well, let me tell you something. Got them bitches out. Finally. Also, got my steering shaft out. Also, the only thing I'm worried about is this fucking cylinder over here that I showed you yesterday. I don't even need to show you anymore, but yeah. Tell me what you think about that. I'm hoping it's not what my worst fear is, and my worst fear at the moment is a burnt out piston ring. But I got my dude Zachariah over here with me. Helped me get my steering shaft out and that driver's side header out. He was kind of my eyes above the car while I was underneath of it. I wouldn't have been able to do it without him, without being super fucking pissed off. But I'm getting ready to hook up these O2 sensor extensions. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back with another update on this header install on my LT1. So well, I've gotten my driver's side header in there. I don't have my gasket or my bolts up or anything, but I took off my passenger side valve cover to try and get these headers in because I can't get them in from the bottom or the fucking top. But look at these valve springs and these rocker arms. These are not stock rocker arms, I believe. What's up, y'all? Oh, this is update like number 129. No, I'm just kidding, but I took a couple day breaks. This is more like day 5. And I've made quite a bit of progress. I got this header down in there. I've backed the bolts out a little bit because I am touching right there a little bit. Oh well, you can't see it, but I can see it right there. Steering column's touching that primary just slightly. I'm gonna see what I can do about that. I really don't want to dent in one of my primaries, but I will if I need to. Now, as you can see, I've got my car all the way up. I could probably bring my front end up a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I'm going to see if I can get that header in through the bottom like that. Keep running into the problem of the transmission bell housing, which you can see sticking out right there. And wouldn't it just so happen be that I just need that much space to get the son of a bitch up in here. As you can also see, I have my strut tire off, but I am undoing my AC unit. Now I just need to do it, get it unhooked from the heat exchanger down there, but I should be able to bring this up out and all this shit up out as soon as I do that. That piece back there be a little bit more difficult. I might not even fuck with that right now. in there. Got it up here, yeah. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm at a stopping point for the night. I'll show you what I got done today. Well, like I said, I tidied up that end. I got the rest of my AC shit out. The AC compressor is still down there until I get a pulley, and that shit right there is still there for now. But I got this side of header up. I don't have the gasket or the bolts in it yet, but I got all the spark plugs in and wires minus one. So the next step for tomorrow is to get that EGR valve shit taken out and put the block up plates in. Get the gasket for that and the bolts, put that in. Drop the dipstick back in there, get the alternator and the belt back on and the starter back on. And that should be about it. Oh, and the intake, of course. But yeah, get back with you bright early in the morning and get started finishing this fucking project. Well, y'all, I'll tell you what, it's just one problem after another with this motherfucker, man. So I come into this morning thinking, alright, yeah, I got my starter, my alternator, put them things back on, get my belt tightened back up, take the EGR valve, put the block plates up, blah, 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 get the fucking dipstick back in there, hook everything back up, blah, 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 bolt the headers in, start her up. No, it's not going to be like that. So now with the passenger side headers, I'm having big fitment issues right now. I'm going to have to do some more professional fabrication, if you will. But goddamn motor mount down there, hooking on my primary, and won't let me fucking get it all the way over. Yeah, like a half of a fucking inch. I'm just gonna have to. I don't want to pull the header down. It's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass getting it back up. Plus, I have to take my spark plugs back out. I'm not fitting to do all that. That son of a bitch, dude. I guess I'll continue looking at it some more, see what I can't fucking figure out, and I'll let you know. Alright, so now I've gotten my cutter in there a little bit. I have been able to file it down slightly. And down there too. Both were touching. I heated the primary up, dented it in a little bit. As you can see there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let me pick it up so you can actually see. I mean, I put it in quite a bit. Hopefully that'll be just the clearance I need. I don't really give a fuck if it touches it after it's in. If it does, it won't be by much. It'll only be under load, so I think it'd be fine. Trying to get the CGR valve out now. Holy shit. You guys probably heard that, but you didn't see it. It was an SS fucking Chevelle. Like a 71 probably. Jesus. Well, got this mother freaking header in there. Fits like a glove. How about that? It's a little bit of intuitive ingenuity, and she'll fit right down in there. Now, is it touching that motor mount down there? Maybe. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's on there. It's bolted in good. All of them. Well, except for the one closest to me that I need to use for the alternator, putting that back on. But yeah, we're getting to be in there like swimwear. Legit swimwear. Tight as fuck. Alright, so I've got everything done more or less. I was taking off my EGR valve. And I got everything undone. Put the block plate on the bung port side. It's taking off the very last bolt of the EGR valve. Stripped out on me. He said, fuck you, I ain't going nowhere. So what I did is I ripped all the rest of this shit out. I put a plug on the vacuum that goes from the top of the vacuum, or I mean the valve, into the side of the intake. I plugged both of them up, took the sensor and everything out, and I'm just going to use the EGR valve itself as the block off plate. Fuck it. Over here, got the dipstick in, got all the plugs and wires up as I do on the other side. The bung port of the EGR, I got the plate already on it. So that's good to go. I'm going to put the heat shield back down on this passenger side, and then I'm going to bring the car down, hook the battery back up, and see if she'll start. The battery might be too dead to get it going though, but we'll see about it. Now what you just witnessed there, folks, is a wide open header. And that son of a bitch was loud. I don't even really want it to be that loud. I gotta get these Y pipes on. And there's a problem with that too, because where the old stock Y pipe hooked up to the exhaust, or the muffler, somebody had welded the top of it on there, so I couldn't get it off. I ended up having to cut. So I don't know if I'll be able to get the stock Y pipe up there or not. But I'll be back with y'all here shortly. What's up, y'all? So after seeing it running and everything, I was getting ready to take it down the road, and I noticed that the steering shaft is going to be a problem. So I got to drop this driver's side header back out, dent that primary in, then put it back in, and I'm also going to put the catless Y pipe on as well. That way it can be a full done project. As you can see, I got the intake back on. I'm already backing out some of these bolts. I'm going to have to undo the steering shaft again. But this side, I don't have to touch. You can already see them getting a little bit of coloration to them. Gorgeous. Everything is complete on this side. I don't have to touch nothing. I just gotta drop this out, dent that primary in, get everything back in, and hook the Y pipe up with it. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I shall return soon. Alright, so I got the header out finally, and heated it up and dented it in pretty good. I hate this. I really do. You know, I hate it a lot. It's kind of a hefty dent, you know. It should not hit anymore. For real. So, if it does, that would suck. Alright, y'all, well, it's a done, finished project. And she's running strong. You hear header's starting to get some color to them, which is fantastic. Looks nice and pretty. Also did a coolant bypass on my throttle body. As you can see there, I plugged that, put a breather cap back there. Yeah, and she's sounding great. Had some problems with the Y pipe getting it on because how it's all slip-on fit. It's hard to get connected to the exhaust, the rest of the exhaust back there. I had to undo the hangers for the muffler and pull it back so that way I could get everything slipped on together and then just push it up. But we're all in there like swimwear. Now I'll set you up for a little sound test. I know I didn't have a whole lot of video of me actually working on the car. I was just kind of listening to music and in the zone, trying to get stuff done most of the time. I put a couple things in here, but my next video, my next project like this, I'll do a better job of that.